Are you tall enough?
Oh, hey, oh, chilly.
Okay.
He said he good. Everybody in there, we look good.
Let everybody
we looking
know,
beautiful.
Though. Yeah, I ain't this short.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
The seat.
The melanin coming through good. All right. It's the Qualified to Motivate podcast. We're back in here for another special episode. Very special guest. Got my man Kevin Griffin in the building with me.
How you doing? And
Special guest, AVL Cake Lady. Let them know what you got going and all the fine things
sweet.
you do. Yeah.
Everything's sweet.
Everything's sweet.
I like
we had
that.
to
I
come
like
through
that.
and we've been touching down with a lot of the businesses here out in Western North Carolina, and we had to come and let them know what you got going on in here. It's a beautiful shop.
y'all.
Yeah. What so let's get into how
Wait. Before we jump into it, I just want to let everybody know I ain't this short. All right, it's the way they got the seats and everything. I'm just sitting low rider. You know what I'm saying?
He had the
now we can hop
opportunity
in.
to choose his seat.
I did.
I had to take the stool. I had to.
I wanted to sit look comfortable real quick.
So I guess we'll start like in the beginning. Let them know your name, where you're from, and I guess how you.
You missing the question, Trop.
What is it?
Why she? Why,
You right.
Yeah,
I'm
you
missing
right,
the
you know what I'm
question.
saying?
I was going to bring it into that later, but we got to start off like that. So this is the Qualified to Motivate podcast, and we always got to bring everybody on here and ask them, what do you feel makes you qualified to motivate, entrepreneurs out there, family, friends, whoever.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. I'm qualified to motivate other women that look like me, for the simple reason that I would be the one that would be counted out. I would be considered a statistic.
Right.
I don't have any formal training. I don't hold a degree. I'm a single mom, divorced. Everything that you would think of that goes along with a single mom,
Right.
I've been there and done that. So for other women that look like me, I want you to know that it's possible. Don't ever let somebody tell you what you can't do, because I'm living proof of what you can.
That's real. That's real talk right there. And we got to give a shout out because I think you know what I'm saying, you the first. This is our first single mother on the show. First mother on the show. Happy late Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Happy
for sure.
late Mother's Day.
First mother on the show. Gotta show love to that, man. That's where it all starts.
Yeah, and man, parenting is hard.
Oh, yeah.
I always said it. I don't understand how people do single parenting, because it's tough just getting up in the morning, feeding them, hearing the crying and everything. So I definitely salute you for that. Definitely. And you got your own business putting in motion.
Turn that off. No, because that's going to give feedback. Reach right there on the side. You'll see a button, a green one. Just hit off. Yep.
Yeah.
That's going to be loud.
But yeah,
But
definitely salute you for that.
Yeah, he getting started. He just had his youngin' not too long ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
rough business.
It's rough. You struggling?
a little bit. It feels
That's
like
all right.
it.
Call on your village.
Yeah.
Make sure that you have one.
Definitely. They in here right now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you.
That's what's up.
You be putting us through it sometimes. So let us know how where you from and how you got started. Like where did you find that passion of baking?
Well, I'm a native to Asheville.
Shout out AVL.
Yep. Shout out. So 828.
Yeah.
I have been doing this for 14 years. I was at home. I was pregnant with my now 13-year-old. And I was at that particular time, blogging was really, really big. I ran a supermarket currency. That's what it was called, supermarket currency. At that time, I was Asheville's coupon diva. I was in magazines, I was on newspapers, and that's what I was doing. And in one of those things in my blogging, in the blog I ran for couponing, I followed a bunch of other older women that did things. And there was one woman in particular that made these beautifully decorated shortbread cookies. So I started making the shortbread cookies just as like a gift to the bus drivers and things of that nature.
Right.
And to increase my skill set, I wanted to take the cake decorating classes, but they wanted me to bring cakes in. At the time, I didn't bake.
Right.
I can cook. But baking?
That's two different things. People don't
That's
know that.
two
They think it's
different
one and the
beasts.
same.
It's
I feel like
no.
cooking. That's
you can cook. You can throw down.
Yeah.
And cannot bake a cake. Cannot bake cookies.
That's real.
Because for a long time I couldn't bake cookies. It's a struggle in here some days. But they made me bring cakes, so I started making these cakes from scratch. And my family we don't eat a lot of sweets. So I had these cakes, beautifully decorated every week, that I was trying to give away. So I started just handing out cakes. And one day my insurance agent came and she was like, "That cake is beautiful." I said, "Good, take it with you." And she was like, "Shana, are you serious?" And I was like, "Yeah, take it with you, please." So she called me the next week and was like, "Hey, I need another cake." And I was like, "Come by on Wednesday because I will have one."
Yeah.
And she came in the door with a check. And I was like, "What's this for?" And she was like, "The cake." And I was like, "Okay."
You know, ain't gonna turn down no free money.
Turn it down, but now you think this a business, and
Right.
ma'am, this is not what's going on over here. So she kept calling, and my mother was like, I was making the cookies, so then people were like, "Well, I need a cake to match the cookies," and I was like, "Okay." So I started doing cakes, and I realized that it was a lot easier. My cookies would take 2 days to decorate because they're layered. You have to let them dry. You have to put them in the dehydrator. And then you have to make icing that's different consistencies because some things are for outline, some things for flooding. Then you need different colors. So it's a lot easier to make the cakes. And that's just how it started. And 14 years later, we've been in our storefront for 4 years.
Yeah. Congratulations on that. That's what's up.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Out here.
congratulations.
Black excellence at its finest. We love to see it. Now, that is one thing I wanted to talk about though. Cooking and baking, them is like two different things. A lot of people don't know is not the same. As I feel like because I had a lot of cooking jobs, but and I can I can throw down. I'll go ahead and say
okay,
that, and I can
okay.
burn real talk. But I ain't nice with baking. Like
Yeah.
I ain't never even really tried it. But baking.
It is a science. It is precise. You have to know. You have to know that you have to cream the butter and the sugar first. You need it to be light and fluffy before you incorporate anything else. You want to put eggs in one at a time and make sure that they're beat in. Pound cakes, you know that you can get streaking in your pound cake. That little wet look in your pound cake, that's called streaking. That comes from being over mixed. There are certain things that you have to know. When you see cupcakes that have tunneling, those little holes in the little bread, that's called tunneling. That comes from being over whipped.
Yeah, it's a real science. I feel like bacon, that's like sweet love. The cooking, that's like backseat real quick.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, man. What'd you get last time we came here?
Oh, I got some cupcakes, and we tried the banana pudding, but it was the Oreo cupcakes.
Yeah, that was
But
precious.
And
as soon
what's
as
in
we
the
got
cupcake?
outside, what was in the? Yeah, it was a little piece of an Oreo.
It was
wasn't
an Oreo
Boys.
in there on the inside.
It boys. You know
That
what I'm
was
saying?
banging. The banana pudding was crazy. I remember whenever we came here, my lady, she told me, she was like, you better bring something back or don't come back.
The banana pudding is definitely a favorite. That's a fan favorite. My red velvet and my carrot cake.
Speaking of favorites, you know what I'm saying? What's everybody's favorite dessert? I'll let you go ahead and start.
Right now,
We got to
during
do
the
two for you.
summer.
Favorite to make and then your favorite.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. There we
So
go.
the fan favorite for customers is the strawberry crunch cake. It's
Ooh.
2 layers of strawberry cake, a layer of cheesecake that we make in house, and it has buttercream. It's encased in buttercream, and then our strawberry crunch that adorns the cake all over.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think my favorite thing to make is actually my sweet potato pound cake, and that's because you have to puree the sweet potatoes. You got to get them just right. Normal pound cake, you want to make sure you don't overmix it, and then it has a brown butter glaze that if you do not get the temperature right, you'll either have caramel or you'll have a gritty, grainy glaze.
Sound good though. It sounds good.
It's real
Potato
good. It's
pie. I
real
ain't
good.
never had that. I'm trying to.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
real good.
No, that's what's up. I think well, go ahead, Kev. You can do your favorite.
Oh,
I think I already know what it is, but go ahead.
That strawberry and cheesecake.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say too much about that. But that strawberry crunch cake, that sound good. Cause you said, so I'm gonna have to try that one day.
I guess my favorite dessert. I ain't gonna lie, I like that good, like a real good marble cake. That's my
classic.
thing. Yeah, I like
Okay.
the chocolate and vanilla mixed together.
Now, do you know the difference between a vanilla and a yellow cake?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
I mean, I get. Yeah, no, I don't. Never mind. No, I don't. I was lying.
Okay, people call in and they always say, "I want a yellow cake." I don't make a yellow cake. I make a vanilla cake. I use good Madagascar vanilla. Okay, there's a difference. I don't make yellow cake because yellow cake has yellow dye. The only difference between a classic white cake and a yellow cake is that white cake is made with cake flour versus all-purpose flour in the yellow cake, and white cake is made with egg whites, and yellow cake is made with the whole egg.
Oh man, she dropping knowledge on us. I hope y'all taking notes for anybody trying to jump into the, you know what I'm saying, into the bakery scene.
You gotta know what you're doing.
For real. I guess what's some of them initial challenges you face, like besides, I guess, well, no, definitely talk about it. You know, you said not having like a formal degree, and like did that stop or kind of like hinder you with like the, you know, I guess the paperwork process, you know, of it all?
Oh God, no! I pay for everything in here.
Oh yeah. So that's how you do it. I feel that.
I think it has stopped some of my creativity just because I don't have the formal training as far as pairing flavors. But in all honesty, I did not open this shop to pair flavors.
Right.
I opened this shop because I enjoyed the looks on the children's faces when I brought their cake around the corner.
That's real.
I opened this for a custom cake shop so that I could create artwork out of sugar. What's in this case now is a byproduct of me opening this shop. I never intended to be open 7 days a week. I never intended to have cupcakes going out the door every day. That's not what I opened for.
That's
but
real.
That has been what we have evolved to. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not mad at it at all. You know, we're doing a festival this weekend. We're doing Grind Fest. We're pulling our trailer out.
Shout out Bruce, Grind Fest, Black Wall Street, AVL.
We're pulling the trailer out. This is the second event that we're actually using it for, but it is fully stocked. The equipment is on there, and we are ready to go.
Oh man, yeah. What days are you going to be out there?
We will actually be vending Friday night for the showing of is it Living in Black in Asheville, and then we're vending Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 7 every day.
We'll probably see you Friday. We're gonna be there Friday.
Okay,
for sure.
y'all come on out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure.
What's to help out my man here? Even though you know he's on the father side of it, you got any parenting advice for my man? He fresh out in the game.
You know what? The best thing I can tell you is don't carry on generational curses and traumas.
Gotta break them.
Things that we were raised with and were the norm are not healthy. They're not healthy, and that is the one thing that bogs our community down, is that we do things like when you turn 18, you got to get out. What other culture does that?
They don't.
They don't. They come together, they work together as a family, and they build generational wealth. And that is why we are still struggling and still behind.
And we look down on it, like kind of make fun of it.
Yeah.
You still stay with
you
your
still
parents.
Stay with your mama?
You
My
should.
mama stay with me, sir.
Right. You should stay with your parents until you that's it's actually crazy you said that. I had a class this past semester where it's called Global Consumer Culture. And that was one of the things that we was like learning about, is how in other cultures they stay in the house till maybe 30. Because then by that time they have enough money to get their own house, and then the next people with them, they go move in with them, and they just keep doing it and keep doing it.
And we are the only ones that look down on it, look down our nose. Oh, you don't have this, you don't have that. We weigh somebody's success by how many things they own or they attain. Don't do that.
That's real.
The richest thing that you can ever have, the best thing that you can ever have is time with your family. The love and honor and support from children. You cannot buy that. Be in that baby's life as much as you can every day. I don't care if you got to work 2-3 jobs. When you are off, you spend that time with that child. You support her because she carried that baby. And she shared her womb. She shared her body to give you a life. Always respect that and honor that.
Yes, ma'am. That's real. Got to. Man.
That's real game she just dropped. It's powerful in here right now. You can feel it.
Yeah, most definitely.
How's it been going though, Kev, with the youngin'?
Oh, it's been going pretty good. And I don't sugarcoat it. I say it's rough. When I say it's rough, I don't mean like it's good, but it has its time. And then right along with getting out of college and trying to make sure everything's straight, it just increases the worry a lot more. So, I'm just going with the motions. Yeah, definitely going with the motions.
And put things in place so that we don't have stair-step children, especially if we're struggling now.
Exactly. Exactly. something.
And I think this is our first episode since, but my man just graduated, man, from Western
what's
Carolina
up.
Yeah,
University.
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Made the
That's what's up.
chancellor's list last man. Come on,
right.
man.
I try.
Not humble at all. I like it.
I was saying computer information systems major.
That's what's
Out
up.
here holding it down, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm trying. I appreciate that. You know, it ain't even me for real. I know we don't talk about religion, but you know what I'm saying, I can't help it that much. But you know what I'm saying, I just give out everything that I got. Everywhere I'm going, getting to, I just owe that all to God, and I mean that, because,
real.
boy, I'm telling you, life is hard. It's been hard. I ain't even going to get into all that, but it's been rough. But things still moving, though. Things going to be good.
I'm going to piggyback on that, and some people may not like it. I'm very spiritual. I'm religious. I'm Episcopalian.
Get into it.
So the one thing that we culturally do this is we say, I'm going to put it in God's hand. God gave you a mind and the capability. God should be your last call. And I'm going to tell you why. People say call on God first. You don't use all your resources at one time. You exhaust yourself first.
Exactly.
God gave you a mind and the will and the strength to do anything that you want. He is your last call.
Yeah.
You now have a partner in life, and y'all have created a life. You call on her, you call on yourself. And if y'all need to join together and call on God, that's what you do. But you work and you partner with her, and y'all work together and you build that foundation.
Yes, ma'am. That's true, too.
It's real, man. I'm about to drop a tear in here. She over here. I ain't gonna cry on camera. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. But I've been wanting to know what advice could you give to the entrepreneurs coming up, and especially, I guess, the black women entrepreneurs. Black woman entrepreneurs.
Don't be afraid to have a village. My inbox is always open. Most people, my phone number has been the same. My oldest daughter's 26. My cell phone number has been the same. Anybody that has it, shoot me a text. Don't call me because the reception in here bad. I probably won't answer. Shoot me a text. Jump in my inbox and ask me a question. There isn't anything that I will not tell you. I will even tell you who my suppliers are. Why? Because we all have a different audience.
Exactly.
Some people don't understand that, and they see each other as competition.
They do. That's real.
You know the quickest way to $1 million?
Collaboration.
There you go. Partnership and networking. Stop fighting each other. Join together. I network with other bakers all the time. I will refer something out in a heartbeat.
Right.
Because first, for one, I'm not going to exhaust myself, because that time with my family is important. And second, some things I just don't want to do.
Right. And then another way that benefits you is you're gonna build customer relations.
That's right.
Just because they notice that you sent them to a good
That's
good
right.
baker, and they got a good product out of that, they might come by and after that and just tip you just because you looked out for them, or they might just refer you to somebody else
That is
whenever
exactly right.
whenever they need. And you was right about that. A lot of businesses, they see each other as competition when really you could make a lot more just by collaborating and making them partnerships and doing events together and stuff like that instead of clashing all the time.
We can't do that. We have to see each other as a collaborative. We can no longer see each other as competition or the enemy, and stop fighting and talking about one another.
For real.
Power is in the tongue. No lie.
Taste buds is also in the tongue.
Oh, yeah.
And every time I come
And
in
my
here,
cakes dance on
Yeah.
me. Yes.
yeah. What was that one you told me last time? Was it I came in here the first
The
one I ever
lemon
got?
blueberry. Yeah, the lemon
The
blueberry.
lemon blueberry cupcake. Oh my god. It was pressure.
When you making your cakes and everything and creations, do you have somebody that taste tests, or do you taste them yourself?
I taste them. Lizzie no longer tastes things because she's gone vegan and plant-based.
Okay.
So she is in charge of our vegan line. That will be out at Grindfest. We will have a lot of our dietary restrictive products out this weekend.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, you gotta know your people.
Yeah.
You gotta know your crowd. You got to know. You cannot pull up to a festival where the attendees are mostly vegan or gluten-free and start selling hot dogs, hamburgers, and you're not gonna make any money. You don't know your audience.
Oh, yeah, things have definitely changed. But I ain't even know that. I'm sleeping. I'm lacking. I'm sleeping on you. I ain't even know you had the vegan. You had vegan.
We do some things.
Oh, what's some of the items you got? Like the vegan items that you got here?
Lizzie's real nice with the vegan. Like we're having the banana Foster cinnamon rolls, the peach cobbler cinnamon rolls. She makes a vegan banana pudding, and she makes the Nilla wafers. They're vegan. She makes them from scratch.
Oh.
We also do a dynamite
Wafers.
vegan chocolate cupcake.
Oh man,
Yeah.
yeah, we definitely gonna pop out Friday.
Yeah.
We definitely gonna pop out
Yeah.
Friday, and I
Yeah.
think that's my man birthday coming up soon too. We might have to go on. We might touch him up, get him something right for
Just
him.
getting crazy. You know what I'm saying? No,
Getting old playboy.
you know what I'm saying? 22 going on 49.
You said 22. I can remember.
Oh man. Speaking on some of your other products, you was telling us earlier, you got some of the grown folks.
Yeah, we do.
Some of the grown folks bakery
we do,
items.
You know, after you deal with the kids, sometimes it's not appropriate to drink in front of them. You know. So I do make the booze jars. I think I make like 6 or 8 different flavors. There's a strawberry henny thing. It's possible. We do the crown apple, the Kahlua, a limoncello. What else? It's a couple. The bourbon peach. What is it? The bourbon pineapple upside down.
Oof.
Yeah.
That all sounds like a foreign language to me.
And then this past week, I made a orange pound cake with a brown buttered rum sauce. It was
Oh.
really good.
For a person that would, because he don't drink, you think
Oh,
you
okay.
think he'd still be able to enjoy one of them? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Now, the one thing about anything that is made with alcohol, when you cook it, the alcohol actually cooks out, and you just have the flavor. Now,
okay.
everybody likes to drink Hennessy. I don't do Hennessy. But Hennessy has a wonderful flavor in food.
Oh wow,
I didn't know that.
it's more free game all around. She putting us on.
You know what I'm saying?
Every episode we be doing, I like go into
You
it
learn a
like,
little
all right,
something
yeah,
new. That's what's
a
up.
little. I be wanting to like go back and watch it with like
That's
a
what's
notebook
up.
because people just be telling us so much that we didn't know. Like
Exactly.
that's why we like to do this. We get out and that's why we call it qualified to motivate too, just because it's everybody's qualified to motivate.
In their
Everybody,
own
you know what I'm
different
saying?
way.
Their
In their
own
own
way,
different way.
you know. It's all
But
good.
you know what? That is something that as a community we need to instill in people, because there are so many people, like people talk noise. You know who the best mathematician is? A drug dealer.
They not gonna play with you.
A drug dealer.
You
Can spit
remember
out
all
numbers like
debts.
that.
Yeah,
They
you
know
remember.
what you owe.
Yeah, remember all debts.
All that.
That's the best. But we do not. We look down on that. Society looks down on that. There are certain people that they have certain qualities. They have certain gifts. They just don't know how to put them into something.
That's to something
We
productive.
are-
Yeah.
We are a community that we don't know certain job titles. We don't know what you could do. My son, when he was little, he's 11 now. When Nathan was like 5, we were driving by Mission. They were building the Hart Tower. The crane was out. Nathan said, "I like the crane." I said, "You do?" He said, "Yeah." He said, I'm gonna have a crane." I said, "Are you gonna learn how to drive it?" He said, "No, I'm gonna own the company.
Oh,
then
that's
I can,
what's up.
Then I can play the crane whenever I want to."
Oh, that's what's up.
Oh, okay.
I know that
like
warms
that.
your heart,
Oh, okay.
right in your spirit.
You know,
Made
oh,
you
okay.
happy.
He was serious.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, but we don't know we don't know job titles because they weren't in our community.
At all. We only have a select few trades and like professions that
were
we're taught.
introduced to us. And so we don't know how to steer our kids. Our kids don't receive the same services either when they go into the guidance counselor's office. They aren't given certain opportunities or certain jobs or anything like that. Their skills aren't taken into consideration. You got a little girl talk a lot in class. Baby, she need to go into journalism, not the
Right.
corner.
Right.
You know, you're sending her to ISS, you're telling her to sit in the back of the classroom and be quiet. She's a journalist. Let's cultivate that.
That's real.
Start trying to turn what you think negative into
Into
something
a positive. That's how
Definitely.
everybody's like starts. It's like comedians. They'll tell you like, "Oh, I used to be the class clown. I got kicked out of class for this and this and that." telling jokes and stuff. And teacher always told me, stop doing that. Won't make money doing it, and some of them blow up, and they go back and tell those stories. So it's real what you're saying. Like, you got to go and find what is special inside of people, no matter what it is, because it can be used in a lot of different ways, especially in a better way sometimes than how they're using it at the moment.
Yeah, no, seriously. But yeah, so when it comes to baking, have you thought about hosting any baking contests or going out
wants to go on the baking shows.
Oh.
I don't.
You don't want to do
I
anything?
don't,
you
because
get on
I'm
there?
not into pairing the flavors and stuff. And that stuff you got to run
yeah.
up to the table and get all, I
Yeah.
don't know what that is. Give me the flour, the butter, the sugar. We need some vanilla.
Yeah.
I don't,
Well, would you consider hosting your own, maybe for like an Asheville thing?
I have thought about it. We actually pair with IRL, which is the after school program at Asheville Middle.
Okay.
And we teach the kids once a week. We teach them how to do basic things. Like this semester, I was more focused on kind of latchkey kids that go home. They get home before their parents. So 1 week we taught them, not even baking, we taught them how to make pasta out of eggs and flour, and roll their pasta out and make their own pasta. And then we were going to teach them how to saute their vegetables and make a sauce, but they were cutting themselves with the knife, so I was like, we can't do that yet.
Man.
They're not ready to cut peppers and stuff. But we taught them how to make cupcakes and cookies. We made cake box cookies where you just add the egg and a little oil, and
That's dope.
it's little things that are in their cabinets that if they're hungry, they can
make something. That's crazy. I like that. I can't. That's some real
life skills thing.
Yeah.
They can take that and use that the rest of their life. I ain't gonna lie. That's something that kind of hit me. That's because my mom, she started truck driving when I got in high school, and it was all fun and games until she was like, all right, I'll see you next week. And, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh. So that's how I learned how to cook. It's I just had to get in there. I started with eggs.
And noodles get old.
Yeah, noodles get old quick. It's only so many different ways you can make the noodles, It's only so many different times you can throw a little hot dog, a sausage in there, a little extra seasoning packet or something before you need something else. And that's a really dope thing to be doing. That really helps out a lot, because I could have saved myself from a lot of nasty plates that I made. I made a lot of nasty stuff. I'm talking about cook a whole plate of, a whole pot of, and throw it straight in the trash, because that wasn't it. It was just foul. I didn't know what I was doing sometimes, but I learned. You got to get in there, y'all. You got to just get in there and go for it.
Yeah.
That's some other things that we also want to try to get into is community of I guess engagement or community interaction. Trying to, we was talking about how we was trying to put together maybe a small back to school drive or to whatever we could do, school supplies or something like that.
But knowing, so in doing that, you don't ever want to duplicate, because there are a lot. We'll just say it like this. There are a lot of organizations that get grants and funding.
Right.
Instead of duplicating what they do, hold them accountable. What y'all do with their money?
Make sure they're using it for the right stuff.
Because that money was earmarked for our community. So where the book bags at?
Right. Dang, that's
I
good.
like that. Because then we'll be spending our money, then they holding theirs back, not even doing what they're supposed to be doing. Holding accountable.
Accountability is a big thing, especially in our community. There are so many outside organizations that come in and get money that is earmarked for impoverished, low income. What y'all doing?
Ain't done nothing with it.
If you've been in our community for 20 or 30 years and you don't even have one success story, what y'all doing?
Exactly.
And where's the money?
We ain't seen a dime. That's real though. That's real. I would like to know where money went to.
All the time. I'm sure somebody be like, I can't believe she said that. Why not? It is time for us to start holding people accountable.
For sure.
Somebody come in here and that cake ain't right, they're gonna hold me accountable.
That's right.
So if you're in my community and you out here being a poverty pimp and using the money, where the money? Where the book bags? Where the school supplies?
You got to get at them like that, and then you got to take it to, I guess, what's the ways to go about going through with
Attending
that?
meetings. These meetings that are public. they are always looking for people to be on boards and commissions. We need young people. We need young people that are serious about making a change. Start attending. Start asking questions.
And where are these meetings held, like around this?
Now you can go on buncombecounty.gov and you can look and see when the different commissions and committees open up and when they are looking for boards. Most of them have a 2-year term. So just start looking on there and start anything that you're interested in, like the Home Land Trust Committee, the Housing Committee, anything that you're interested in, start attending them meetings.
Okay.
That's what we got to get better at. I feel like we just do a lot of like keyboard stuff, you know, like we'll go and complain about it like on social media, but won't take those like type steps to make it actually get put into action or whatever.
Yep. Just start attending, start looking around, start being seen.
You got to put yourself in the right places.
You do.
Definitely do.
Yeah.
What are some of switch gears a little bit, what are some of the I guess long-term goals that you would see for like yourself or your business, AVL Cake Lady?
So my long-term goal and the ultimate goal is philanthropy. I want to be able to give back in the community. Y'all don't start calling me talking about little Susie need a cake next week. That ain't what I'm talking about. I want we're AVL Cake Lady because this is the city that we're in. I want every metropolitan city to have a cake lady. They already do. They already have a woman that is somewhere supplementing her income on the weekend, making everybody's cakes. But she can't afford to get into a storefront. She can't afford to rent the commercial kitchen. She can't afford to do these things. Why? Because she's already doing the baking to supplement her income.
Right.
You know, I want this business to go out, and those women would be an employee for 2 years as they buy into the company. At 2 years, you can run the back office, you can run front of the house, you can make a cake, you can design, you can decorate. The business is now yours. It's franchised.
That's real. That's dope. So you want to get into franchising some of the Cake Lady shops. That would be tough. I would like to see that. Who knows? You might see the ATL Cake Lady coming soon.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Stay woke on it.
That's right.
Yeah,
Any
that.
do you have any like I guess ambitions to, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna try and say it. I guess any ambitions as far as merchandise goes? Like, do you want to do like a big like?
Yeah, we got into some merchandise. We actually had partnered with a local candle company, and we had our birthday cake, carrot cake, and we had a sensual rub you down kind of candle for the Valentine's Day. Yeah.
Okay.
So we had that. We do have a T-shirt line that I don't push like I should. But we do that, and my big thing is that I want to get in overseas and start making my own cake boxes, because after COVID, it is so hard to get the normal things that we could get easily before COVID, like my cake boxes. Can't get them in certain sizes. When we do, the quality is not what it was pre-COVID. So just looking at some things, I've actually been designing one particular cake box, and just getting it into production. I would love to have a cake supply store.
Oh wow, yeah, that would be dope.
Definitely have two different businesses. Yeah,
That basically like feed off of each other. What yeah, besides like boxes, what else like what goes into like baking supplies? Like what other type items would you have in there?
Sprinkles.
Right.
Yep, because whenever I make a cake or anything, we always have a custom sprinkle mix. And that's just like different varieties of sprinkles that are incorporated into one that go along with the theme. You know, you can buy unicorn sprinkles, you can buy rainbow sprinkles, but then you need to add the gold glitter, you need to add the gold dreidels. There are certain things that you need to make a sprinkle mix for that particular cake. So we would have that. We have cake drips. I have a cake crush. Her name is Cynthia. She does cakes up north. And she's a mom. She's married now, but she and her husband ran the business. And she has come out with a patent cake drip that you don't have to heat. And that's awesome in the cake world.
Wow.
It's awesome. It's shelf stable. So things like that, being able to incorporate other Black owners into our store to bring in their products.
I like
It seems like you're real knowledgeable, like on baking. Have you ever considered writing a book on it or anything, or because you know a little bit of the ins and
when I
outs?
get to the point that I walk away from this and it is self-sufficient, I may put my recipes in a book.
Okay.
That would be dope. You should definitely do it. You got a lot of knowledge that you can share with people for real about this.
Or even I guess like make a YouTube channel or kind of.
We do have a YouTube channel. I just don't get
Oh,
on
yeah.
there like I should. We got a YouTube, a TikTok, a Twitter.
Yeah, speaking of that, go ahead and
go ahead,
drop it on
let
them and let them know where to find
the
you at.
YouTube is called Cupcakes and Conversations with AVL Cake Lady, I believe.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, y'all go check that out.
And then I think on everything else, you're AVL Cake Lady.
AVL Cake Lady.
I got you. Nice.
Yeah.
Y'all make sure y'all go follow AVL Cake Lady. Stay up to date with what she's got going on. What's some of your give us like one just funny like entrepreneur story, like one funny story about like business that you just always remember.
You know what? I think the latest thing, and we actually have this on our YouTube, that we were supposed to do this event, and it was the first event with the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And when she called, I was busy and I didn't write the date down, but I thought I remembered the date, but apparently I didn't. So I'm in here working one Friday, and she calls and she said, "Shana," and I was like, "Yes," and she said, "Are you on the way?" And I was like, she said, "Are you on the way with the trailer?" And I said, "Today?" I said, "What time do I need to be there? I'm so sorry, I'm running late." She said by 5, and it was like 3:30, and I was like,
Oh no, it's over.
mind you, I don't own a truck.
Oh,
So I had to call my ex and be like, "Can you please come get this trailer? Take it down there." He was like, "I thought you said it was next weekend." I thought it was too. Are you going to move the trailer or not at this point? So he was like, yeah. He stopped what he was doing, moved the trailer. But like the whole time, Lizzie was like looking at me. We had nothing prepared. Like, we're doing a festival for 2 days. There is nothing prepared.
Oh, no.
So we moved the trailer. We came back here. We worked till 4 o'clock in the morning. We got all the product made, and we did the festival. But like,
that's real right there.
it happens.
That happened. It just slipped
It
your mind. You got
happens.
so much going on that you just.
Yeah.
Did y'all have like a far drive too, or was it like it was
No,
close?
it was down in Biltmore.
Okay,
It wasn't a big
but it was
thing,
just.
but it was just
so
like
you just
the trailer wasn't ready because I had anticipated another week. The trailer had no lettering on it. It's all white, just like it came off the lot. Then she was like, "Shana, it would have been nice if the trailer had the lettering on it." You think? You think? I definitely didn't do this on purpose. So we pulled it off though. We got a couple of new customers from it.
And that's what it's
So
all about.
It worked out.
That's what it's all about. That's what people understand. Like growth in business, it's not like a fast jump. You know what I'm saying? If you
No.
get one new follower, one new customer a day, then you won. You did what you were supposed to do. But I mean, obviously, you want to aim eventually for that. But as long as you get that one addition to your team, to your customer base, your fans, and
you
that's what it's about.
You want to make sure that as you're adding customers, they actually stay. And you also, this is a big thing. My daughter was here the other day, my oldest daughter, and she was going through the Yelp reviews. I didn't start that Yelp account. I don't care for Yelp because it serves a certain group that likes to whine and complain sometimes. And they
That's
use
real.
that platform as a way to tear down businesses, especially small businesses, and that's not okay.
Exactly.
Sometimes we as business owners, we're looking for that customer and we're looking to build that customer base, but let me just tell you, it's okay to say no. Every bad complaint that I've had on my business has come from a person that when they came in, I got an awful feeling, and I should have said no. I should have said that we were booked that weekend, but I didn't, because I said we want to serve everyone, and I have literally paid for that. I've literally paid for that. There are people that do not. There are people that do not want to do business with black business owners. We're just going to say that because it's
real. That's facts.
There are people that have literally come in and talked to me on the phone. I have a different phone voice. And when they came in and they were a little stunned that I didn't just work the counter, I own the counter. And then I had a woman that complained recently, and she literally did not want to touch the cake when I handed it to her.
Oh, wow.
So, of course, she took to Yelp with an awful complaint.
And that's the thing. People don't ever leave the good ones. Like, anytime somebody leaves a review, it's most of the time going to be the bad one.
They inbox you. They'll if it's a good review, people will inbox you, or they'll message you like on whatever message thread or email and say, "Oh my God, they really love the cake." And like sometimes I'll remember and say, "Do you mind going to the Facebook page? Do you mind going to the Google reviews and go on there and let us know that?" Now, for the most part, our reviews are like 4 or 5 stars, even on DoorDash.
Nice. That's another thing I wanted to say is they really small businesses really live and die by like their Google reviews and their Yelp. And
they do.
They say stuff on there that they wouldn't even say to the owner or to whoever works there's face. You know, it's kind of rough. You know, so it's I gotta be sure to go leave them good reviews on Yelp and stuff like that whenever you know, just as much as you would a bad one.
The funny thing is that people leave awful reviews on small businesses because there's somebody that they can see and touch. Y'all don't do that to Walmart.
Never.
But you continue to go.
All the time.
You hold smaller businesses to a higher expectation than you do these that make millions on you every year. And it's not okay.
That's why you got to support local, black-owned and minority-owned businesses.
And understand that everybody has a bad day. I have a bad day about every 6 months. There's a day that cakes just don't do what they're supposed to. You know, and it's real.
Yeah.
It's just a day. It's a day that the oven ain't calibrated right. It's a day that the cooler's not acting like it should. And you just have a bad day. Sometimes you need to allow people grace. I have customers that come in with a bad attitude. I allow them grace.
Right.
Because I don't know what you just dealt with.
At all. You don't know what they've been going through today.
I'm here to provide a service, and I hope that when you pick your cake up, you smile. You know, I've had customers that come in that were nasty when they came in to do their order. And when they came back, they said, "I want to apologize. Because when I came in the other day, I wasn't in the best mood." And it's like, it's okay. We all have those days.
And all they was needing was a little sugar.
Yeah, they need a little sugar. I'm
a little sugar. That's all they needed.
That's all, but allow people grace. Allow business owners grace as well. It's hard being in a stage where you're growing. We're in that funky little space that we need employees, but I can't justify having employees just yet.
Right.
But if I had them, it would be great. But I don't want to be responsible for somebody else's paycheck.
Yeah.
If my car note late, that's different. But I can't be responsible because yours is late.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. That's I like that you take that into consideration because
Definitely.
There's a guy that we have who does a podcast with us named Bryson. He used to work. I ain't gonna say the name. It don't matter. They went out of business. There was a like a sandwich place back in our hometown, and he was like, man, I was working there for like. It was like a month, he said, and I hadn't got paid, and he was like, you know, I was on him asking about it, wondering where my money was at, and then he finally just quit, and then he said like a month later, the place was like a month or two later, the place was like shutting down, and it's like, he probably could have, you know, handled that way better, just letting him know, like, he didn't need the employees, like he's saying, you know what I'm saying, you gotta value other people's time too, gotta value other people's time, but one more time, you know, it was great coming here, just soaking up all the game and wisdom that you gave us. I'm gonna start whipping up some cakes. I'm gonna send you something. You know, send you a video, a picture, see how it turned out. I'll let you be the judge
Most
of it.
definitely.
But let them know where to find you at on social media one more time.
AVL Cake Lady on all social media. Check us out. There are links. If you follow us on Instagram, we do have a link tree, and all our links are there.
And then where we at right now? What's the Addy on the address on the shop?
Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. I have allergies real bad. So, the shop is located at 34 New Leicester Highway, Suite C as in cake.
Yeah.
So come by and see us. Right now, we're only open Thursday through Saturday for walk-ins, but you can pick up custom cakes all throughout the week.
Nice. That's what's up, man. I'm glad to have you here on Qualified to Motivate. You know what I'm saying? Your host, Dante Quitman, Kevin Griffin, and AVL Cake Lady. Thank you. Appreciate you for letting us come through.